Greetings, everyone, and good morning. It is December the 3rd, 2024, coming at you with a facts-only video. Breaking news, actually, critical news here, where Ukraine is rejecting anything but full NATO membership. This is coming through Andrei Subiga. If you do not know who Andrei Subiga is, he is the foreign minister. He took over for Dmitry Kuleba. This is happening right now. Meetings are happening in Brussels. Meetings are happening actually in other places in the world. Yermak is in some meetings. Volodymyr Zelensky is doing what he is doing inside Ukraine, and we'll talk about all of it in this short facts-only video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. And yes, I am aware of what's happening in South Korea. I do believe there is a complete connection, of course, with North Korea being in alongside Russia fighting against Ukraine. We've talked about that with guests, and we may look at that a little deeper later on a facts only or even on a live. I do believe all of these events are connected. In addition to that, you will begin to see China and Taiwan rumble as well. The world is brewing right now, but let's stick to the point for this facts only. Ukraine official statement: no, we will not go with anything but full NATO membership. And we can look at it this way. Ukraine statement official. Ukraine refuses guarantees that are substitutes for membership in NATO. This is direct from Foreign Minister Andrei Subiga. Quote, having the bitter experience of the Budapest Memorandum behind us, we will not settle for any alternatives or substitutes for full membership, period. Guys, the time for agreements, the time for, okay, if you do this, we'll do this. An asterisk at the bottom of the contract, a handshake that says, hey, Ukraine, we'll be there for you. When we literally are on the brink of World War III, not fear-mongering, it's just reality, as you can even see what is unfolding in Georgia, what is unfolding in South Korea, what is unfolding in Taiwan, what is unfolding in Syria and Israel, Hezbollah, Hamas. Come on, guys, it's right in front of our faces, and we need to be on point. Andrei Subiga and Ukraine Today on point. No more memorandums, no more asterisks, no more addendums at the bottom of your document. We want to be a part of NATO. Additionally, he said December 5th marks the 30th anniversary of the Budapest Memorandum. This document is a reminder that any long-term decisions on Ukraine's long-term security are inappropriate and unacceptable. Go ahead and tell them how it is, Andrei. This document failed to ensure the security of Ukraine, and he added to it transatlantic security, which is very important. He additionally says, guys, we need 20 additional air defense systems for Ukraine, or we may be facing a serious blacked out winter. Now, do not take it only from me. I'm going to get to Zelensky's statement in just a moment. While Andrei Subiga and Yermak are out doing their things, Zelensky's home. He is tending the fires there. He's talking about the war. These guys are operating like a well-oiled machine, and I'm so proud of what Ukraine is doing. They are not capitulating. Everybody thought, oh, they're going to capitulate. They're going to capitulate. No, they are not going to capitulate. They are fighting for their very existence. And if you were fighting for your existence, you would not capitulate either. So let's take a listen first. He's a little difficult to understand in his English, but I've got the volume boosted. Listen to Andrei Subiga.
This document or this paper failed to secure Ukrainian security and transatlantic security. So we must avoid to repeat such mistakes. That's why, of course, we will discuss with my partners the concept of peace through strength. And we have clear understanding which steps we need from our friends to do our home job. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Could you show memorandum again? Sorry.
So, guys, there you have it. That is Andrei Subiga walking into some meetings. Don't take it from me. You heard it directly from Andrei Subiga in English, the foreign minister of Ukraine. Three main things that he said there. We must avoid the mistakes we made in the past. These agreements, these documents, these accords, these asterisks, these handshake onlys, they don't work. Secondly, he said, we will move only towards peace through strength. Same thing Volodymyr Zelensky is saying, the same thing the common sense people of the world understand. If you know anything at all about Vladimir Putin and about that Russian war machine. Third, he said, we know the steps we need. You know, that reminds me of when Volodymyr Zelensky this fall came, he met with Donald Trump. They were having their meetings. Zelensky went back home and he says, everybody be patient because I actually had some encouraging conversations with Donald Trump. We'll see what happens in the future then, but just be patient. Volodymyr Zelensky at the same time says, guys, listen, we know how to fight against Vladimir Putin. We understand it. We understand the ideology. We understand the mentality, and we understand what is needed to defeat Vladimir Putin. This is the same thing that Andrei Subiga is saying when he said, we know the steps here. We know what we need to do. Just stand with us and partner with us. Now, with that said, I've got a bonus video coming in right now. This is of Mark Rutte. Here you go, guys. Mark Rutte speaking directly about this situation.
Very much concentrate on how to make sure that Ukraine, whenever it decides to enter into peace talks, will do so from a position of strength. And to get there, it is crucial that more military aid will be pumped into Ukraine. And therefore, I'm so happy that all the countries I just listed have announced military aid going into Ukraine, including many European allies, and of course also the United States. And I commend them for that. So that is the most crucial thing we have to do now. And from there, whenever the Ukrainian government would decide to enter into talks, and it's up to them to decide that, we want for them to do that from a position of strength. From there, it will be a step-by-step approach.
So there you have it, guys. Mark Rutte telling you how it is. When Ukraine decides to enter into negotiations, when Ukraine decides to enter into talks, Ukraine is a large, powerful, sovereign nation that is so full of resources and so full of wonderful technologies and people and ideas that can benefit the entire world. You can't just say, go sit down and negotiate. No, Rutte says, when they decide to sit, it's on them. He says, we need to have them sitting from a position of strength. And I quote, he says, that is why we need to continue to pump weapons. And if you understand English, which all of you do if you're listening to me or you're trying to learn it, you know that phrase right there, pumping weapons. Pumping weapons means significant amount of weapons. He said it is the most crucial thing that we can do right now to position Ukraine to a place of strength. Guys, a lot of good things happening today, some bold statements, and these are all positives for Ukraine. Additionally, let me get you to this for a little front update, facts only right now. Let's go to Volodymyr Zelensky. This is actually on the top right, his official statement coming out just a couple of hours ago, and there's his picture. I've translated it for you. Zelensky's statement: we continue to inflict significant losses on Russia on its own territory in the Kursk region. Ukraine doing a good job in the Kursk region, and they must continue to do so. He says we are also having some good defensive results in the Zaporizhia direction. I will show these to you on the map in just a moment. But at the same time, the president noted that the Kharkova and Pokrovsk directions remain the most difficult. So on the map, really quickly for facts only, I want to keep these concise for you guys. Let's go blue here. Of course, Kyiv here. When we talk about the Kursk operation inside Russia, we're talking in this region of Ukraine where they have pushed into sovereign Russia. He says we're doing good there. We're holding the line. And we know, you've heard it. Russia wants Ukraine out by January 20th, and Ukraine says we must stay through January 20th. This is a key place. And today, on December the 3rd, Zelensky say we are doing some good things there. Additionally, he said on the Zaporizhia front, so this would be down here, guys, below Zaporizhia. Let me just do it this way for you, where we are hearing that Russia is building up, and they are, but guys, they cannot invade Zaporizhia city. Do not worry about it. It is straight uphill. Ukraine has good defenses there. I have personally been on the defensive lines, the Dragon's Teeth, the 3 lines of defense, the concrete bunkers, you name it. I've seen them and I've been in them. They're powerful, and Ukraine is ready down there. So we've got good stuff from there. I will add a couple of things here before I look at Pokrovsk and Karakova, but we are having some significant power outages in northwestern Ukraine, up here in the Rivne, in the Volyn area. Additionally, we are having significant power critical situations in the city of Ternopil. So in this western zone of Ukraine, lots of major infrastructure and power outages. And we've even heard Russia talking about, well, let's just continue to strike western Ukraine. Let's go right after it and let's cripple it completely. Now, on the Karakova front and the Pokrovsk front, let me just zoom in here for you. This is the city town of Karakova. This is the outline of it, and I know I'm giving it in red here, and you can see Russia has about cut it in half. They are firing from the north. They are firing from the south. This is where the dam was blown, and Ukraine had to pull back some of their logistics. Karakova's in trouble, guys. Let's just be honest. Now, with Karakova being in trouble, we then move up to Pokrovsk. This is the main hub city that Ukraine and Russia both want desperately. Pokrovsk is here. Mirnograd is here, twin cities. We're about 2 kilometers here from access into the southern point, and here we're about 6 kilometers from access into southern Pokrovsk, the main highway here in the black, under constant attack. So the Pokrovsk situation and Karakova situation, not the best for Ukraine, but in general, Zaporizhia, Kupiansk, Kursk, we're doing good things. Here, Ukraine is fighting. Karakova, much worse situation than Pokrovsk and Mirnograd, and that's coming directly from Zelensky today. So guys, thank you. I know that if you were paying attention to anything at all, you're seeing the breaking news coming out of South Korea right now, and you may have many questions about that. Question number one is this somehow connected to what is happening throughout the rest of the world? For example, Russia and Ukraine, North Korea being there, South Korea and their situations with North Korea, China, Taiwan. Guys, let's be honest. It's all connected. The world right now is boiling. Can I just mention to you, Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Syria, Turkey, Iran, Lebanon, Hezbollah, Hamas, Yemen, Houthi rebels. We can continue. North Korea, South Korea, China, Taiwan, Myanmar, regional wars in Africa, not fear-mongering, just related, but I can tell you there is one thing that connects them all. And what connects them all is the division between the West and the East. Russia, US, and Europe. It's everywhere. It's prevalent in all of these, and we will be focusing and paying attention to all of these situations, because I firmly believe, if you've been with me anytime or you're a new subscriber, a new joiner, I work in 38 nations. I'm no question. All of these are connected, and we, standing for what is right for Ukraine, we also stand for what is right in the rest of the world. Thank you for being here. Thank you for new subscribers, new likes, comments, messages. Look for a live coming. It may be today. I'm seeing how the news is unfolding, and we can just come on there and maybe discuss it this afternoon. If not today, tomorrow. Thank you guys. Be blessed, and we'll be back at you soon.